Right. And I believe that we are live. Just wait very quickly for Streamlink to go in and make sure it's actually picked up everything. Yep. It has picked it up. So, Race of Champions here in F1. Final race of the season here on season 14 for F1. And it's going to be 53 laps around Suzuka. Just waiting for a couple of people now to get sorted. Then we can get going. 100% race for... Hello, Benny. It's a long time no see, isn't it? It's been a very long time since you had joined me in one of these streams. But yes, Race of Champions today. Let's see what everyone's got in store for us. 100% race and everything that goes along with it. We're just waiting for everyone now to sort themselves out. Everyone's lined up on the grid. Bear in mind this is in reverse order of everyone's championship finishes in their tiers. So tier 3 will start at the front, tier 1 at the back, and then it'll go down in the championship order from there. It looks like we're pretty much about to go. There's 5 red lights, and it's lights out, and away we go here at Suzuka at F1. Who's going to get a better start down to the line? It looked like CL has got himself into the lead, started in the lead and stayed in the lead through turn 1 as he got Aston Martin alongside him to the inside, now to the outside of 2. They're still side by side, but it looked like CL has finally got himself back into the lead of this, and you've got Naked in second, Hallinan in third, those two staying together. Stell up into 4th, Staber in 5th, Halu in 6th, getting past Mini Turns, those two side by side now up the hill. It looked like Mini Turns had a little bit of a slide there, going through the final part of the S's. Oh, that is a Mercedes in the gravel! Hello, Oswaldo. It's been a long time no see for you as well. And dropped all the way down to 10th here. We'll get the tyres up, everyone, in a minute. As half of everyone has decided to go. Well, that is a very, very varying split of tyres. And we'll see where things are going to go from here. Steger and Bloodwave fighting out here at the back. It also looks like you've got Saeed and Jaguar just in front. The Red Bull wins the one in the back. As Steger is now going to go on the inside of Jaguar too. And that is a double overtake there for Steger. Gets Bloodwave on the beginning of Spoons and gets Jaguar on the exit of Spoons after Jaguar and Saeed, I think, came together just a little bit heading into the corner. We currently have Stell, Staber on the back of Hallinan here. Was it not a good season for you, Osvaldo? Was it not a good one? So we got a couple of guys fighting there at the back. Let's see if we can see the fight. It looks like the fight just dissipated a little bit coming through the end. Going into turn 1 there on lap 2 of 53. You're going to have to just buckle in a little bit here because we might be in for a very, very long day. We've got a few people fighting in front of us here, and I think Mini Turds has just had a bit of a problem, and Mini Turds has had a bit of a problem. There goes Trem, Saeed, and as well. It goes through past Mini Turds, and he drops to 11th. Yeah, so we've got a few people fighting here as we go into the hairpin, and Stell fighting off Staber now as Staber look to the inside of the hairpin here at Suzuka, and isn't going to get a good enough exit to make it count. As Stell is going to hold on to that 4th place for now. It looks like things are just starting to make their way, starting to take shape here in this race. These guys starting to roll the way down towards 130. It looks like just got past the trends in the background there, and he did. As we continue to look on, here comes CL versus Naked Champ. As Naked Champ goes to the inside of the chicane at the end of the lap and gets himself into the lead of the race now. Hallinan and Stell also stable, looking to try and make it go 3 wide as we head down towards turn 1 now. And it still looks like the Aston Martin's going to have enough. That was a little bit of a contact there by Alu on big turns. Oh, that's deep. That's very deep there by Hallinan, and that's going to allow both Staber and Stell to just waltz on through unaffected. It looked like Alu also got the worst of that, having to get on the brakes early behind Hallinan there is the exit of turn 3. Looks like Millsy just got past Jaguar. Yep, and Saeed versus Trems. Trems must have had a little bit of a problem because Saeed has managed to blow right by him as Saeed is now right up onto the back of again. These two have been going back and forth the entire time. On the inside here of the hairpin and will hold on to the lead of this race. Not the lead, sorry, but 8th for this place right now. It's the lead he had over Saeed. It looked like a bit of a problem there. Alu versus Hallinan. Just before Spoon's curve, that did not look too great. One of them must have had a little bit of a nightmare out of the prior corner. And here, that's a pretty good exit there from Alu on the inside. And that is going to make sure that Alu gets past Hallinan without much questions having to be asked here. Now to the inside, and it's a little bit of a squeeze against Hallinan there, who's gone off the track and now has to fight against Big Turns, as Big Turns is on the outside of the chicane here, and Hallinan is going to be able to hold on against the Haas. As we continue on here, we go through the first 3 laps of this race. Big Turns versus Hallinan, and Big Turns gets past Hallinan now. Trems against Saeed. Now Big Trems has got back past Saeed as well. So we have 6 guys on softs, a medium runner, and a 9 on the hard runner, sorry, and 9 on the mediums to start. Tier 1 guys, Stell, Big Turns, Trems, Steger, Mini Turns, Bloodwave, Millsy. How many tier 1 guys did we want in here? Looks like a ton. Is the actual answer to that. Here comes Bloodwave and Mini Turns. Those two are going together. They've been fighting in tier 1 the entire season. And Mini Turns is going to win that battle, where Bloodwave's been winning the battle normally in tier 1. So just a little bit of a change of fortune there for Mini Turns, as he manages to keep ahead of Bloodwave for now. And it looks like we're going through a smooth curve now, yeah, and we continue. We're actually going to go towards the front. Everyone might, the top 4 are in their own little world. Here comes Stable on the outside of the chicane and gets it done with a nice little move to the outside to hang it on the outside of him there. Bloodwave and Millsy are now going at it as they go down towards, as the front 4 goes down towards turn 1. Here comes Big Turns on Alu, and Big Turns with the DRS is going to get himself up into 5th, as he now needs to get right after this front pack. He needs to do it rather quickly. Trend gets past Hallinan, and the good start for Hallinan has well and truly fallen away from by this point. It looks like we've got Saeed having a bit of a move there. Saeed getting past multiple people. Now it's Trent and Steger going at each other. So we're going up the hill now. We got yellow flag in sector 1, and Millsy's out. Millsy is out, and that's the safety car. And that is the safety car, the first safety car here at Suzuka, out after 5 laps. And we're down Adam from tier 1 already. I think there might have been a little bit of a collision there, maybe on the brunt of everything that happened just in front of him. Everyone was fighting everyone from about 8th backwards, and we are now down a person in this race, down to 15. What do you mean, stop being so fast? Osvaldo, I haven't raced in F123. I haven't raced since the turn of the calendar year. I stopped racing because it was just not fun anymore. Trust me, if I was racing, I would probably go right back to the bottom tier all over again, because I have not done anything. I haven't done a lap on this game in, honestly, 3 months, easily. Then you got Trend into the pits here, Hallinan as well, mini turns onto the hard tyres, Benny onto mediums, Bloodwave onto soft, Jaguar onto mediums as well. As the other 9 guys have stayed out so far, possibly thinking it's a bit too early to take care of their pit stops in this race. I feel like comms is so much better than actual racing, because yeah, sometimes the races are dull. So we get that happens. It definitely happens where you get some dull races, but at the same time, I don't have to sit here and ponder every mistake I've ever made after making a mistake on F1. I do enough of that on GT every week, so not having that on F1 as well has been a welcome break, I think. It does mean I've got a lot less to do now, instead of just practicing for races non-stop. We continue going through the safety car here, just waiting on everyone going back through to meet the back of the grid, which probably means that we might get back in before. No, I don't think so. Actually, Jaguar's not going to be able to make it. So we're going to go one more at the very least. Take us on to lap 7. We'll probably go at the end of lap 7, provided some of these guys at the front don't also take pit stops. Yeah, I've not done any racing for a long time. I tried to switch to wheel at F1 and it just killed any sort of love I had for the game. If I'm completely honest, in terms of actual driving comms, it's just fine. I'm sat here commentating everything that goes on around me, and I'm not the one putting a card in the wall every week. But now, if I was going to come back to F1, I would probably go back to pad. No question about it. May not be as quick, but it's just, I don't know, it's just a nicer feel to it on F1, but GT is fine for the wheel. GT is a little bit, the cars are a lot easier to save and everything like that, because they're going a lot slower than the F1 cars, in all fairness. So, 6 people pit, the other 9 didn't. Which leaves us in a very, very interesting place for the rest of this race, as to when everyone is going to actually do their pit stops. I wonder if we're kind of just forced into a 2-stop by default here. That would be interesting, given that a couple of people already done their first stops. It would become very interesting to be forced into a 2-stop. Those who have already made their pit stop under the safety car were very much planning the 2-stop, that's for certain. Do I think there'll be another safety car later? I think there'll be another safety car still to come in this race, which is probably why everyone is, in fact, while half the grid has decided not to jump the gun a little bit early here, but we'll wait and see. You don't want to be going too close to the car in front there, Staber. Don't want to be picking up 5 seconds for hitting Naked Champ for no reason now. As we are going to get underway with Naked Champ, as he is now going through the chicane. Has he got a good enough line through that chicane to get a good enough run here on Staber? It looked like he has, because he got 0.6 of a second to start with, and CL has decided that he is not going at all. He has not got off to a good start here on the restart of this safety car at all, but it will mean that Staber and Naked Champ have got away through turn 1. It will hold up the likes of Stell and Big Turns behind him, who are looking to try and push towards and maybe win this race. There is still a very, very long way to go here. We're on lap 8 of 53. We go through CL. Still trying to hang on to that position, that third position. Oh, there goes Steger! And Steger's out of session, and as soon as one ends, another one begins, and that's an Aston Martin off the track. Those mini turns and Hallinan coming together. Wow. And as soon as one ends, another one begins. I said there'd be another safety car. I did not think there'd be another safety car quite so quickly. Which means we're probably going again on about lap 10 now then. And that will take us to about the 20% mark on this race as a whole. Let's see who else is trying to predict themselves a two-stop strategy here. See if anyone's willing to actually pull the trigger on a pit stop in this safety car. Everyone from Mini 10's back is already pit. There isn't going to be a pit for Naked Champ, not for Staber as well. CL stays out. And I think it's going to be pretty much as we were. It might be a very, very short and sweet safety car. So, we're down Mildy, we're down Steger. There goes 2 Tier 1 drivers from this race. Steger was probably, well, arguably favourite for this one coming in, given the fact that he was doing incredibly well in Tier 1 in the season. Just getting a bit overpowered by VR4 and by Baraka. But yeah, Steger stood a very good chance today, but that chance has evaporated extremely quickly. To even get to lap 10 of 53 here. We will go in at the end of this lap, 100%. So, looking at Tier 1 drivers we got left then. So, bear in mind most of the grid were in fact Tier 1 off the start anyway. We've got Stell, Big Turns, Mini Turns, Trend and Bloodwave, I believe, and also Jaguar, I think. I think Jaguar was Tier 1. Not entirely sure. Which is bad considering I've been doing that comms all season. So, we go through the middle of Sector 2 now, heading back towards Sector 3. We'll get a safety car in message at the beginning of Sector 3 in this one, and Naked Champ will get a second run at this. His first one was pretty good. He caught CL sleeping at the very least, so let's see if he can replicate that and hopefully gain Staber in that conversation as well. We head now down past the Sector 1 line, are we not? Going in this lap. Nope, we are not going in this lap. Okay. So we will be going again on lap 11 of 53. I invite one more into the safety car then. So, I think it's Tier 3 Naked Champ is the guy that currently represented the top of this leaderboard. Mini Turns has decided to spin in the final corner. Wait, has Mini Turns actually spun? He actually has. Mini Turns has spun the car, and I think that might be missing a front wing. Yeah, that's missing a front wing on that Ferrari. Oh, that's a really bad time to spin. It was innocuous at first. I thought he'd just gone into the pits, but no, he went into the pit lane wall. It lost the front wing entirely. You have a crash that usually takes away the entire front wing. It's incredibly surprising that you haven't managed to crash the car out of the entire race. So, I guess kudos to saving the car, but well, saving a car to the point where you can still race. Just don't have a front wing on the front of your car to race with. May become a bigger problem than your first sync. Later in this race. By later, I mean literally the end of this lap. It should be going in at the end of this lap now then. Wait and see. Whether that is going to be the case here, we're currently watching mini turns, there's no front wing. As he is now caught up to the back of the grid, and yep, as the naked champ is starting to drop off the safety car just a little bit. I think that's in preparation for the message that's about to come. Safety car should be coming in. Are we getting a safety car coming in? I didn't see anything pop up there. Wow, that's a late call. That is a very late call. Oh, damn. Wow, okay, I did not think it would be that late. Well, Naked Champ's going to have to pick his spot and pick it well this time. Because he's going to get caught out if he doesn't. And he's going to go now. And I think he might get caught out here. Here comes Staber. CL again, not off to the races on the safety car restart. But this time Staber absolutely is, and they've come together. They've come together. Staber and Naked Champ came together there, and Naked Champ has come off significantly worse, straight to the back of the grid. I'm not entirely sure. I think Staber may have just turned in a little bit too early there on the Aston Martin. And well, he's gained himself 9/10 of a second in terms of a gap. He's got himself a hefty lead now. I don't think it was done all that cleanly. We've got another yellow flag. I think it was Saeed that time that caused it. So things happening left, right and centre here now. And there goes Jaguar now past Hallinan. Jaguar trying to force himself to the outside, get a better exit of the Aston Martin, and does so, and finally gets himself away a little bit. I think Naked Champ is also going to try here as he looks to recover. That second safety car restart was not his friend in the slightest. As we now head up the grid, and right now it's Staber from CL, from Stell, and Stell is going to go right past the Williams, and up into second place he goes without much of a question there. And Tier 1 now has the chance to charge down Staber. We got Big Turns in fourth as well, who's trying to push his way through. Alu and also thereabouts. So here comes Big Turns on CL, who's just going to be free falling from this point. There goes Big Turns up into third, well before turn 1 even hits. And that is CL dropping a couple of places there to multiple Tier 1 drivers in this ROC, as we are now on lap 12. It looks like we've got a few people trying to make moves here. Here comes Jaguar. Jaguar's got past Saeed now. Oh, Saeed got off! Saeed has got off into the gravel and somehow managed to save his car from hitting a wall, which is probably more impressive, as gets overtaken by Benny there. Must have had a bit of a problem in terms of his car, because he is dropping off the back of that other Mercedes as well. As he's currently on 11 lap old softs. Also Saeed is finally out of the gravel. He's done extremely well there in order to make sure that car did not hit a wall. It just slid through the gravel instead. That is absolutely world class of car control, I guess. If you take away the fact that he has spun again, and now he's out of the race. And we have another safety car. And there you go. We're on safety car number 3 now for this race. Saeed is out as well. Every single person that's crashed out so far has been someone who dragged out a safety car. And even more so, I think it's been 3 safety cars in 6 laps. Wow, as we continue to watch on, Hallinan into the pits now, comes out behind mini turns, is only on 2-lap old medium tyres, which just goes to show how long it's been since the safety car came out. And Hallinan and mini turns are going to get themselves straight back into this. How many do you get in a race? Is it 5, right? Safety cars? The game limits it to 5? Well, I hope for me it's 5. Yeah, nope. We're gonna be here forever if it's not. Because we're only on lap 13 right now, and quite frankly, well, this is safety car number 3. And, you know, it would be really nice to have something to talk about in these safety cars. Obviously, now they're going into the pit, so Staber, I think the Staber big turn, CL, a lot of things just happened. Someone teleporting across the track. So Staber, Staber, Stell, Big Turn, CL, Bloodwave, and all into the pits. So 6 more onto fresh tyres. You got the front 5 who have either, I'd say Naked and Alu, the only ones have actually pit. You're asking how we're going to survive a season of max dominance. Become a Red Bull fan. If you become a Red Bull fan, this is going to be a very nice season for you. If you're not a Red Bull fan, well, just don't watch the sport for a year. You might be a little bit depressed otherwise. Alright, so we're going through. We're on lap 14. I think this is lap number 2 of the safety car. Could be wrong. But yeah, now we got to wait for everyone to catch back up again. Maybe we get an early safety car restart. Maybe. Hoping. Fingers crossed. But we're just going through. Also, Bloodwave. I think that was Bloodwave anyway. Who just tried to go by. Just the media will keep making a god of him. Oh, to be fair, I think that's just a Dutch thing. We don't really have the Dutch media over here, so we don't really get that kind of thing. So we don't have to put up with that over here, so that's not necessarily a problem to us. It's a problem to anybody who hates Max and is over there. So safety car in. We've actually got a decent start this time. Alu from Trent from Benny, and Benny is looking to have a run here on the Williams. He looks to go to the inside. It looks like the Williams is going to have a little bit of a better exit there through into turn 1, and gets himself just ever so slightly in front of Benny, who's currently in 3rd, and just about avoids taking the position there. Staber and Jaguar in 4th and 5th right now. Staber on fresh tyres, significantly fresher tyres. And Benny just got 3 seconds for cutting the first of the Deckners, and that is not how you want to do that. And you got big turns here on the outside of the naked champ. Here we go. Can he get it? Will he get a good enough exit? He absolutely will, because the naked champ just got an awful line on the inside there. It just looked like he was defending more from Stell than he was attacking big turns, and paid the price for it. And here comes Stell on the inside of the naked champ and makes that look very easy. And it looks like everyone's going to go against naked champ here. Literally every single person behind him, 4 for 4 in 2 corners. In 3 corners, sorry. That is a... that was not a good time for the Aston Martin that had a really good start to this race and pretty much led a large chunk of the start of this race, and he might be about to lose another one, and he is going to lose another one. There goes up into 10th, past the Naked Champ. Naked Champ has to have damage or something, because he is just falling like he's just falling down the leaderboard like a stone in water right now. Honestly, it might not even be a stone in water. It might be someone with cinder blocks tied to their feet, rather than an actual person with a stone. I think it might be too light on him. But we're on lap 16 now, as we actually get to string a couple of laps together without somebody putting themselves in a wall. We currently have 13 of the 16 drivers that started the race left in this one. You know, Alu from Trends, from Benny, from Jaguar at the front 4. Those 4. Well, Alu's the only one yet to pit, and here comes Trends to the outside. Look to the outside anyway, doesn't get it. As we're still realistically trying to, well, kind of mellow out again from the safety car restart. Here comes Trends again, who didn't get it into Spoons, but will get it out of Spoons, and into the lead of this race he goes. And Benny looking to the outside and has to go the very long way around it, but now to the inside of the chicane should be his, and does get the move into second place. He'll take that in the end. Big CL just lost a couple of positions as well, and that is the case, as CL just loses out to and Blood. Mini turns get past Naked Champ now, and Alu dropped down to 4. He was leading going into 130R. It's definitely not leaving out of it. He gets himself into 4th here now. Staber looking to push back, push past his Finnish friend. As they go up the hill now, and Alu is into the gravel. And now Alu's going to drop from 4th to 8th. Another 4 conceded for Alu. As we head down through the 2 Techners, and I think Kerm's about to make a move, and so is Ciel, and so is Mini Turns as well. As Mini Turns is going to look to the outside. They came together now. No contact, no damage on the contact, I don't think there. It also looked like one of the Aston Martins, I think it was Hallinan, tried something on the inside there as well. As we continue on. Yeah, we continue on in this race. Mini Turns gets past Alu now as well, as Alu has gone from being the leader of this race at the same point on the last lap to now in 11th the following lap. And it's never a good sign to just drop the entire length of the leaderboard in a singular lap. And now we go down the straight, down towards turn 1. Trams is ahead of Betty, who's ahead of Jaguar, and Staber's in 4th right now, but he's on a significantly fresher tyre. Alu is on the, now in 12th as Hallinan goes by into turn 1. Got a lot of close battling, but at the same time, no real overtake going on through the first sector here at Suzuka, which is fair enough. The S's are a very hard place to even get right. Driving by your own, never mind driving with a different person. Jaguar just ahead of Staber right now. It's about 1.5 tenths, or was about 1.5 tenths, until they headed down towards this hairpin. And it looked like Jaguar is going to hang on against Staber here for now. Staber had it within 1.5 tenths there, could have had a shot. Chose against having said shot. We'll wait and see whether that's going to be something that unfolds again in a couple of laps time. But Jaguar at this point in time is also outside of DRS, or was for a split second. We'll get we'll see if anything's going to unfold in the next few laps or so. Nothing really going on there. Just a train starting to form just a little bit here. Benny goes to the lead, And Benny down towards turn 1, gets a run, uses DRS and hits the lead of this race into lap 19. Naked Champ gets past Alu as Alu now drops to the back of the grid entirely after leading the race a couple of laps ago. And it looks like Staber is going after Jaguar here. It looks like just a good enough exit there from Staber to realistically give him a chance here against Jaguar. Can he do it through Spoons? Is he going to get enough run down towards Spoons' curve? No, he is not. And it looks like Staber is just going to have to hang fire on the Jaguar for now. As they head out of Spoons' curve, down now to the beginning of the third sector. Is there anything that's going to happen here? Staber has now pulled himself alongside. And it looks like they've got it. And Staber has, in fact, got that position. Up into third goes Staber, as he now goes after Trems and Benny, who are currently first and second. It looks like down towards turn 1, not really anything gonna happen there. CL, however, does get past them, and they are in a little bit of a no man's land right in the back of this train. About nearly an entire second off the back of Bloodwave. So CL is gonna have to get something going sooner rather than later, so they can keep the DRS here on the leading pack. Got drivers with the looking for overtake left, right, and centre here. None of them really having the ability to get one done right now. We head down towards the hairpin, up towards the hairpin, shall I say, up the hill. And we are now lap 20. Well, we're now heading into the halfway point of lap 20, almost halfway through the race. It looks like, it looks like Big Turn's holding off Stell as well right now. Doing a pretty good job of it. Staber goes after Trems, and Staber just using the straight line speed on his Aston Martin, not Aston Martin, Alfa Romeo there, is able to just blast on by. As he now gets himself up into, well, on track second. After penalties, he's in the lead of this race. Now we got Big Turns versus Jaguars. Big Turns now looks to the inside against Jaguar. Down towards turn 1. And they've come together there. They've come together there, and there goes Big Turns off the track. There goes Big Turns off the track. Wow. And it looked like Big Turn there, who was looking realistically to have a good shot at that. Possibly having a shot at the front three, a podium. Looking on the cards there for Big Turns, but nope, all of it's going to be ripped away from him really quickly there. One collision with Jaguar on the inside of the very first corner of the race is enough to put him all the way down in ninth. Here comes Stell, who's looking for his shot at Jaguar now, and he's now alongside, but actually backs out against Jaguar down into Spoon's curve, which is an interesting decision, probably made out of self-preservation, knowing he can go down the back straight here, down towards 150R, and just make it really, really easy for himself as they go down, as they made it there. And it looks like Bloodwave is going after it here. Bloodwave versus Jaguar into the chicane, and I think Jaguar on the inside is going to have a good enough run as CL looks to make it 3 wide, looks to take advantage of what Bloodwave just did, and will take full advantage of what Bloodwave just did, and gets both of them. What a move there from CL to take both of them in one corner. Realised that Bloodwave went for a hole that didn't really exist into the chicane, and those two fighting caused him to just open the door opened the opportunity realistically there to just walk on through and get to position on both of them, which is really, really nice. And we're going through on lap 22. Got the car to the front. Staber is now in the lead of this race quite considerably. Yeah, you got Benny behind him, who's on double the length of tires right now. And you've got Trent in third, also on 16 lap old tires, and then Stell in fourth on 8 laps, the same as Staber. So realistically, it'll be Staber versus Stell toward the end of this one. But we'll see if there's anything going on here. Here comes Stell to the inside of one, and it looks like he's going to get it with the DRS down the straight, and he does get the move on Trent rather easily there. The Williams are currently 4th and 5th in this race. And Naked Champ and Alu are going at it down the straight. It looks like Naked Champ is going to get past Alu into turn 1 there. They're fighting for 12th right now. Just tailed off the back of everyone else. And we've got Benny here on 17 old lap old mediums, and Stell on 9 lap old mediums, who are just going to try and realistically make mincemeat out of Benny here. We go down toward the hairpin. Benny's going to have to move to make sure he gets a good enough defense. And there was contact there between Stell and Benny. And I think Benny will have managed to hang on for just a little while longer here against Stell. As we head down into Spoon Curve, and realistically Stell will get him down towards what they are. As we come out of Spoon's Curve here now, and, well, quite frankly, Stell is way too close to Benny for this not to happen here. He goes down the straight line, there's still slipstream, no DRS down the back straight, of course. It will go, actually doesn't get it down into the final corner of the lap, and into the chicane goes Benny in second place, 1.5 seconds right now, off of Staber, and that will be annoying Stell, knowing the fact that he needs to get by, and will just blast by Benny with the use of DRS in down towards turn 1, and makes that look really easy. Bloodwave also ahead of CL down into turn 1 in the same manner. Alu picking up 3 seconds worth of track limit penalties in the process. And Alu and the Naked Champ are just going back and forth pretty much the entire way here. The battle for 12th heating up in this race. Well, it might be higher than 12th if someone else wants to crash out. So we've got Stell versus Staber at the front of this race. They're both on the same tyres, so there's no excuse in terms of the tyre wear anymore. And we'll see whether or not there's going to be a move here for Stell in the upcoming couple of corners. Bearing in mind, Stell was in Tier 1 the entire season. It wasn't his greatest season, wasn't his finest hour at all when it came to the season 14, but can he make up for it now? It doesn't look like he's going to be able to make it up for it before the chicane anyway, as Staber now comes to the inside and make sure that Stell cannot get by until he uses DRS and makes himself at home here. And there you go, that was literally like maybe 100 meters down into the straight that he got him. And made it look extremely easy with the use of DRS there. And is going to get by on Jaguar in the same fashion. It looks like Jaguar is going to try and fight to the inside. It looked like for a split second he was, but decided against doing so. This race is doing pretty well at the moment. A few overtakes, but nothing really outside of the comfort range right now. Nothing really pushing actual overtakes instead of just the DRS overtakes we're seeing in the first couple of corners. which is where all the overtakes have actually been happening so far. We'll wait and see whether or not anything else unfolds right now. But we're going through the middle of the second sector toward the end of the second sector here now, actually. And we're seeing whether or not people can start to make things work. But we are now heading toward the halfway point of this race. This time in a lap's time we will be halfway through this 100% race. This would be a really good 50% race, I'll say that much. Here comes Bloodwave. And Bloodwave with the use of DRS down into turn 1 gets it done as well. But here comes Trams fighting it straight back to the inside, out on the exit of 2. And that was well done there by Trams to realise that Bloodwave made a mistake going way too deep into turn 1. And it didn't look like Bloodwave had the full conviction of making a move there, and he was punished for it by Trams, who gets the position straight back. Up into 5th, down into 5th goes Bloodwave after trying to make it after the move in turn 1. We'll wait and see if there's another shot left in this lap here for Bloodwave. Also, Staber is getting really close to the lead of this race all once again, as Stell is not really pulling away. We'll wait and see. It doesn't look like there's going to be anything for Staber here, actually. Staber just losing the time down the straight. He is pulling a little bit closer, but he's not pulling it close enough to realistically make anything out of this until the home straight, where DRS kicks in. The only DRS straight on the entire lap. And now Staber has set DRS down the straight. Can he get it into turn 1? He is going to pull. Staber's going to have to go round the outside here against Stell, though. And Stell is going to do a good job until the switch back there from Staber. And he slid his way into first. He's doing his best Lightning McQueen impression, as he just ka-chows straight through into first place there, sliding on the switchback, and gets it perfectly done to take his lead back in this race. So Erm now goes into the pit. Jaguar pit a lap ago. As we now head past the halfway point in this race. But a lot of people getting close. You got Stell here against Staber again, which will come into play, maybe down into 130R, maybe down into the first corner, which is probably more likely. But we'll wait and see what is actually going to unfold from all this. And yeah, it's going to work exactly as I thought it would. Stell's just going to bide his time here. And Stell, down into turn 1, will get this one very easily. As we come out the final corner now, and DRS is going to be activated out of the final corner, down towards turn 1. Staber looks to try and cover off the inside, doesn't do it anywhere near well enough. And quite frankly, there was no real way of actually stopping Stell from getting back into the lead of the race there. So, Bloodwave, who I believe was third for a split second, losing out on both the guys behind him. And Trem's up to 3rd, Benny up to 4th right now. Wait, and there's going to be more overtakes as we go along in this race. A couple of guys at the back have made their pit stops already, of course. We'll see whether or not they're going to be able to go. Here comes Benny on the outside. On the inside of the corner before the hairpin even, and gets the move done. That's a untraditional overtaking spot, but he'll take it nonetheless. That's actually pretty good driving from Benny to make himself up into 3rd place against Trems there. And it looks like Trems and Bloodwave will fight back almost immediately down towards 130R. If they don't get it now in the end of Sector 2, then they absolutely will get it down towards Turn 1. So it's a question of when he's going to go for this, and he doesn't go for it now. Trems biding his time. Out of the final sector. Is he going to be able to go for it now? No, he's going to pit. He's going to pit, and I don't think Bloodwave's close enough to really make a dent into this. And look at that. So Bloodwave not able to get close enough to Benny. Not even close. In the end, as Trems goes into the pit down lap 28. On the end of lap 28, beginning of 29. And we're getting a lot of battles here. A lot of close racing. Benny is now going to be... Well, we'll see whether or not Bloodwave is going to be able to make a move here on Benny sooner rather than later. Also got the cars up front. You see Staber is still within a second, still pushing at every available opportunity. See if he can hunt down Stell, who's currently in the lead of this race. We've also got battles going all the way through the back there. Alu's dropped to 13th all over again, doing the one stop at this point in time. Bloodwave is not as quick as his fastest lap right now, after 15 laps on the soft, which is absolutely not surprising. But also doesn't really get anything down towards the final chicane. Will he get anything, a good enough exit or something? That's caught in the pit lane. And that's surprisingly not a pit lane speed either. As something, I think Bloodwave has definitely just got away with multiple infringements there. As Saber got within 3/10, you can see that on the left hand side. But that was for a split second, and Stell starting to open the lead again as we head through the actual corners in the lap. I think that's Mini Turns and Naked Champ have now pitted in this race. And that was the first pit stop that Naked Champ has done on the day. We'll see. I think Staber might be able to get close enough here. Maybe not down into, maybe not our spoons or down towards 130R, but certainly down the back straight. And not the back straight, the home straight, sorry. This is the back straight as we're going down now. Down the home straight might be doable here for Staber. Especially if he can keep on, get close enough. Maybe within half a second. If he can do it in this chicane. One good chicane is all it will take for it to take the lead back. He didn't get one there. He will get the DRS. He will get the slipstream. And he will start to pull very close. But not close enough. As Benny now goes into the pits. Onto a soft tyre, which is a very interesting choice. As Trem just set the fastest lap of the entire race. A 31.0. Benny pits, Alu pits, so both of those two going on to fresh tyres. The top four right now, all on 17 lap old tyres. Trem's on 2 lap old tyres right now, doing his best impression of Alex Albon in this team. And we've got, Staber's still within a second. You've still got CL within a second, this time on big turns, who has managed to fight back decently well after that soul-crushing collision in the beginning of the middle of the race, I'd say. I've kind of lost track of what is the beginning, middle, and end. I think we've just got into the middle now. So there goes Bloodwave on Hallinan, and he gets him to the inside before Spoon Curve, and Bloodwave needs about 2 seconds to catch up to Trems, who is not on worse tyres or 1 lap worse tyres right now than what Bloodwave is. So it's going to have to be one hell of a catch here for Bloodwave to get to Trems, as CL has now got into the pits instead of fighting big turns. Going through onto lap 32 here. We got a freeway battle at the behind as well. Here comes Benny, who goes up, he gets 1, he gets 2. And here comes on the inside there of Hallinan 2, and just set it just a little bit too much there. And doesn't get anywhere near what he wanted. As Benny Bono is now off into the distance. Just now outside of a second already on the cars behind him. He is on the soft tyres. I wonder whether or not those soft tyres are going to the end, or he's going to do a fabled 4-stop. Or a fabled 3-stop, sorry. So we now have 5 battles on the track, and one of them involved 3 cars. You know, naked and mini turns, that's the battle currently sitting there for the 11th place. You've got this battle that we're currently watching as Hallinan is going to go for the inside here against well, he pushes that, pushes the Aston Martin a little bit deep. And by a little bit deep, very deep, and almost an absolute colossal fuck up there from Hallinan, as he almost went straight onto the gravel, and if he had, he would have absolutely massacred Jaguar in the process. Just about does enough to only tap him, and in the end gets by both of them. So it's Hallinan from Jaguar here. And I think Kern's got DRS, as he's got the Mercedes, and will just blast down the inside of the Aston Martin. And goes back up into 7th. Naked Champ Sound sets the fastest lap of the race as a whole. And there goes Jaguar on the inside there, I'm pretty sure, of Hallinan. And he gets that position up into 8th he goes. I think Bloodwave and Benny are fighting it out. Oh, and that's not good for Benny, who's got too much throttle on and gets a little bit sliding out the hairpin. And hands that position to Bloodwave in the end of all of this. And down Benny into 6th right now, who is starting to charge his way through still. Stell now goes into the pits again. Stable won't be too far behind. Also, Big Turds will still have to pit, so does Hallinan. Everyone else will get to the end of the race on their tyres by any means necessary at this point. We'll see where Stell comes out after all the pit stops. Well, after I say all the pit stop, after his pit stop, shall I say. And he is now coming out onto the track. He's behind Bloodwave, but he's ahead of Benny. And if you remember, Stell was the leader of this race. Stell was the leader in this entire race. Benny is now within 0.2 of a second of said leader. And we've got a car out! And that is safety car number 4. And is the next car out. Not entirely sure where he's actually been eliminated, but he's out of the race as a whole, and we're down to 12. All right, well, everyone's got to budge back up, and it's going to allow Staber and Big Turns a very, very nice path right to the front of the grid. And they are undoubtedly pitting now. No question about it. We're going through Yep, a pit for Staber. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be one for big turns here as well. In comes Benny. Oh, that's an interesting one. And everyone now coming back out of the pits. And we'll see whether or not people are going to be able to put themselves in a good light here. Everyone has gone into pit. Literally everyone but Trems has either pit on the last lap or the lap before. Alu just adding to his really bad day. A pit stop infringement here. He's got 5 seconds for speeding in the pit lane now. As we are continue to watch through at the moment. And we're going to go to the front of the grid. So Staber, followed by Trems, followed by Stell. Both of which on the medium tyres. Big turned in fourth right now, just caught up to the rest of everyone on fresh softs. Then you've got Bloodwave on fresh mediums in fifth. Benny on fresh softs in sixth. And Jaguar in seventh on the fresh mediums. Everyone else from eighth down on fresh softs. And that's Hallinan, CL, Naked, Mini Turns, and Alu. As we will get to see all these cars driving again. Not the next lap coming up. It'll probably be lap 37 and 53. We're just kind of just trundling through the safety car right now, figuring out where everything is going to fall. We'll see. Yeah, it definitely won't be this. It definitely won't be this lap, and no one else is pitting. So we will be going again on lap 37, where everything figures itself out. We'll see. Yeah, we will be definitely going on lap 37. Everyone is now caught up to the front pack. Well, everyone but Alu. This might be interesting now. We've got about half a lap now for Alu to get to the back of the grid for us to go on 37. If not, we'll go on 38. Which is very, very intriguing. Alright, here we go. Alu might be able to get to the back. He absolutely will be able to get to the back here at the end of the spoon curve. On the rest of the grid, it's a case of whether or not the safety car will plan on coming in late. Safety car is there. The safety car in lap message has in fact just popped up, which means we are about to get going again. Who's going to get a good start here? So it's Staber from Trems, and here we go again. Here we go again. It's on lap 37 now of this race, and Staber has caught the Williams sleeping. Trems is 7/10 off the pace now, and a long, long way off Staber, as he just goes through turn 1 completely unchallenged. Trem's just not woken up to this at all in the slightest in terms of good reaction time to Staber there. And looked like Stell's going to be more where he having to defend from Stell more than attacking now. Staber 1.4 seconds in the lead of this race now, and it's been one sector from the safety car restart. It looked like here comes Stell to the outside of the corner before the hairpin, and Stell gets by. Will big turns go as well? That's deep for Trent, and it's very much going to be the case that the big turns goes by, and I think Bloodwave might do as well. And this might open the door for Benny. If you can follow through a hole, there's Bloodwave, who's just going to push Trent a little bit wide, and there goes Benny as well. Benny passed Trent, and Trent had dropped from second to sixth in a lap. And that was not good news for him at all in the slightest. Should have pit when everyone else did. And you got CL versus Hallinan, and CL just got past Hallinan down into the chicane at the end of the lap here at Suzuka. So we're down to 12 people driving. Four are out, and funny enough, 3 of those 4 Tier 1 drivers. As for the rate for Tier 1 drivers in the podiums right now, we've got 2 of the 3. Staber right now leading the way by 2.5 seconds. In complete control at the end of this race, provided there's not another safety car to come. We went about 25 laps without one. Almost the entire length of a half distance race here at Suzuka. We'll see whether or not there might be more to add to that. You're actually going to do a shot of vodka if Staber wins. Video, you got a video here, put it in chat, Boomer, if that happens. Staber is in complete control of this race right now, with about 17 to go. There's 16 to go even. Well, 16 and some change. And Staber is in complete control of this one. He, albeit just lost a couple of tenths down through 130R. As we now head towards lap 39, and DRS has been enabled again. So we'll see the overtakes start to rise, as we currently see the 3 guys going 3 wide at the back of the field. Here comes Hallinan, Naked Champ, and Mini turns to the inside. And the Aston Martins have forced each other off the track. And Mini turns will get past Hallinan, who will also lose his position to Alu, who takes himself off of the final place on the grid for the first time since leading the race. After all the safety car conundrums earlier on. And there's Alu on the inside of Mini turns. Alu gets a 2 for 1 there in the first sector. Starting to move his way back through the grid. Can he get a maybe even a top 5 result here? Also, we're still going on, and Stell is on the medium tyre and not catching up in any way, shape or form to Staber here. It is still very, very early into the stint though, so things will change. The softs will go off. There's 3 more for mini turns in this race. As 4 of the remaining 12, a third of the grid, still have penalties. We'll see whether or not that comes into effect later on. It's now 3 seconds now between Staber and Stell in the lead of this race. And now we've got Big Turns, who is going to go with the DRS and the slipstream right behind that Alpine. And can he get something going? No, he cannot. Not down into turn 1 anyway. No movement from any of the rest of the top 5. That'll be a warning for Stell as he completely overshoots the exit of turn 2. Almost certainly will pick up a warning as a result of that. Now Bloodwave right on the back of Big Turns. You got 2, 3, 4 as your tier 1s just starting to close in now. We'll see if others can start to push in as well. You've got a couple of people fighting, the Williams in particular, fighting Jaguar for 6th, considering there's a big split right now. There's a 4-way fight for 6th. There's about to be a 4-way fight anyway when Naked Champ gets his finger out. And also a 4-way fight for 2nd, as 2nd is just drifting off of 1st right now. And Staber is still in control, and Stahl is in the hoping that Staber's tyres are going to fall off towards the end of this race. He'll need them to fall off. He needs them to fall off really quick. Given the fact that Big Turn's behind him is on a roll and is starting to head towards him himself. And we've still got something going here. It's still a 4-way fight for the 2nd place. It's still, there's no real fight now for the rest of the grid, to be fair. It's just the 2 Williams trying to figure out what they're doing. But we still have a fight here for 2nd. It's hotting up. We've got a yellow flag in sector 1, and that's a Ferrari in mini turns. Is now at the back of the grid. Is he going to be able to move that car? We get another safety car. Here comes Big Turns to overtake against Bloodwave, and Bloodwave has just become a victim of the double there. Big Turns on the inside to make sure he held on to that 3rd position, and Benny just picking the scraps, going through the hole that was created as a result of that little battle. And Bloodwave not making the original move stick is going to be made to pay really quickly there. And now has to work his way through a ton. We've got a yellow flag again in sector 2, and that's mini turns again. Still keeping his car on the track though, which means he's not going to bring out a safety car as of yet. He is commended for still driving that far off the pack. We've got Naked against Trems now. Trems is falling like a stone because he's on the wrong tyres. He's also on very, very worn tyres. And there goes Naked, who goes right past Trems with no real issue at all in the slightest there. As Naked also is going to go against CL here. And CL's got penalties. And the yellow flag in sector 2 is mini turns out. And that is a virtual safety car. So not something that's going to bring everyone back together, which would have been a very interesting scenario here with 11 to go. But one that just neutralizes the race just a little bit. So we are now at 4 safety cars and a virtual safety car here in this race. We'll see how long this virtual safety car lasts for as we go through the beginning of the middle sector now. I said this all the time when Staber was in Tier 1. Staber was the biggest go big or go home guy you've ever met. When it comes to racing, it's either a home run or nothing at all. And well, quite frankly, today, this man is hitting one straight out of the park. There you go, there goes the virtual safety car, so we're racing again. We'll see what it has done to the racing at this point in time. It's 4 seconds now between Staber and Stell, the leader of this race. You got Big Turn directly behind that, Benny as well, and so it's Bloodwave. Those guys are fighting it out. I don't think Jaguar is within the time to beat for Benny's penalties, so the top 5 at the moment is as the top 5 is going to ever be. I don't think there's going to be much of a change. And we'll see whether or not things are going to happen here. There's still a fight going on between Naked Champ and CL as well, but for now we've got a really big battle at the front of this grid. And quite frankly, Stell is hoping, just praying that the tires go off at this point. He needs those softs to start deteriorating. He needs those softs to start deteriorating real quick. It doesn't look like an awful lot is happening here. Naked Champ finally gets past CL as they go down towards turn 1. And he is up into 7th. Trems is now down into 10th after he had a convincing, pretty good start, but not really a right choice after that 4th safety car to stay on the tyres he was on. He's just floundering around now. We go back towards this now. Stell is starting to close in just ever so slightly. So he might run out of time here, Stell. Stell is in a battle against the clock for tyre wear and to see if he can get himself back towards Alfa Romeo at the start, at the lead of this race. And we're also down to 11 drivers now. Almost everyone is just making their way through the final stages to see if we can get into the top 10. We're still going through, and Stell is now half a second closer. He is half a second closer than he was at the start of lap 44. It is coming down. The softs are starting to falter. Is there one last twist of the tail here at Suzuka? We are now into single-digit laps left of this race. It is beginning to heat up. I don't think there's a lot that's going on. There's not a lot going on from the soft running tires, I'll say that much. But it's starting to come closer and closer to Stell now. And maybe, just maybe, Staber will run out the clock. Or will Stell get to him first? Oh, this is going to be close. Big Turns and Benny are still hanging on for dear life onto the back of this Alpine. Refusal to let it go right now. Bloodwave is also in the mix here. Should start moving his way through Benny and Big Turns sooner rather than later. Especially if the tyres are in fact coming to the mediums. We've got a yellow flag. We've got a yellow flag, but it's not a significant yellow flag. It's only going to mean that Trems and Alu are going at each other. Also, CL got past Naked as well and left him in the dust. That's 3 seconds. I think it might have been Naked actually caught the yellow flag in the whole thing there. So 2.6 now the gap as we go into lap 46. It's about 7/10 of a second per lap right now between Staber and Stell, and that, well, you don't need me to do the math to tell you that that would be more than enough for Stell to win this race. It looks like Stell is getting closer. It's now another 2/10 chalked out in this lap as well. Or it was, until he got everything wrong out of the second deck there, and all the time was just given back, and we're just seeing whether or not Staber can hold on. It's gonna be real close. The soft tires have got closer on this lap, that's for sure. Big Turns and Benny have definitely pulled a little bit in on Stell here, as Stell is now pulling in again on Staber. It's 4/10 of a second chalked in this lap now. Oh, this is going to be really close at the end of this. Bearing in mind, he still has to overtake him in this race as well. Staber needs Big Turns to start putting up a fight. Otherwise, this might be coming this might be coming too soon for Staber. We're now on to 47. The lead was with 7 left on the clock. 7 laps left. 2 seconds to gap. And it's coming down with every passing lap. And it's now under that 2-second threshold. Can he get it within a 1 second now? That's the real question. Will he be able to bring this within DRS? Also, Bloodwave has been extremely disappointed in trying to make his way through on the medium tyres, considering the fact that Stell is absolutely chalking the hell out of Staber right now. We have a yellow flag in Sector 1. This might come to save. We have multiple yellow flags in Sector 1, and if it is not an actual, crash to save Staber here, and that is a Hallinan and a Naked Champ that has spanned, and I think Trems has just done it as well. Trems went a little bit wide. I think that might have been gravel on the outside of the hill at the end of Sector 1. And again, Staber, nothing here to save him. Because quite frankly, he could do with the extra couple of laps coming off the clock right now. Because the gap, it will still be, maybe, they might half the gap, but that would only be from 1.8 to about 9/10. So, he's got to get some help here, I think, Staber. Albeit, Stell only chalked out 0.2 of a second in that lap. So it is getting a little bit closer, a little bit less each lap. And a little bit harder for Stell to make the move here. 6 laps to go. It's 1.5 now. 1.6. Already 0.2 taken off in this lap. Two tenths isn't enough. We know that much. Trems is sped in the pit lane. I don't see the point of retiring now. You've done 48 laps. There is absolutely no point retiring at this point in this race unless you crash into a wall. So I'm not entirely sure why Trems has just retired from the race. So we now have a top 10, I guess. The 2 Aston Martins, Rio, that one. You got Alu and CL there as well at the back 4. It's now 1.1. Stell has got away from big turns mostly in this lap and has chalked 0.5 of a second away here. It's actually 0.6 of a second as they head into the beginning of Sector 3, and it's now in terms of DRS. The 3 most powerful letters in all of F1. And now Stell has them. And all of a sudden, this is just starting to crumble. Just starting to crumble away now for Staber. We're on lap 49. He needed this to be at least 2 laps in the future. There is still a possibility of a safety car. I'm pretty sure the limit on safety cars is 5. We've had 4 in a virtual safety car. So I guess it is still technically a possibility in that. Would probably save Staber at this point in time, but right now, that is a flying Greek. There's a flying Greek god on the way to go after the finish here. 7/10 now split. Staber's softs are starting to fall off a cliff. Staber also needs those mediums to start falling off a cliff. It looks like we're going to have a really, really good end to this. We've got 4 guys that can win this race. Bloodwave has fallen off the edge of the earth, apparently, in 5th. Oh, there's a little bit of a slide there from Stell. It's a little bit of a slide, and that is going to make sure that Staber hangs on for just a little bit longer. It's going to hold on for a slight bit longer as we go through the beginning of 50. the lap leaders with 50, 51, 52, 53. So we've got about 3 and 2/3 lap left on the clock. Still about half a second away. We'll see whether or not there's anything that realistically can happen here. Hallinan is out of the session, but he's out of the session in the pit lane, so it's not a reprieve for Staber here, who could have absolutely desperately used the extra couple of laps to make sure this was a 2-lap race and not a 4-lap race. Oh, Staber's picked up 3 seconds! Oh, he tried to correct himself on the exit of spoons, and he's just corrected it too much. And he's just put the final nail in the coffin. All he had to do was hang on. No mistakes, and he made a vital one at the most vital time. And now it's down to Big Turns and Stell to see who wins this race, because Staber has not got a prayer of getting 3 seconds on these guys now. Wow. What a time to make a really crucial mistake while you're getting chased down by you're getting chased down by Stell, who is a good driver on his day. And wow. You had it in your hands. You had to make him overtake you in 2 or 3 laps. You had the chance. And as I said earlier, it's go big or go home all the time with Staber. Earlier, it looked like he was going to go out to hit one out the park. But they're going to bring it back and say that it's going to be a strikeout instead of this rate. Oh, that was one really, really costly penalty. And it looks like Staber is going to be in front of Stell. I don't know if he'll beat Stell here. Someone's had a bit of a nightmare in the background there. I think Benny's just had an absolute tragic final corner. Stell is close. Stell is about to go round. They're going to go side by side through one, and Stell has gone off the track. And there goes Big Turns. Through goes Big Turns to possibly win this race. And there's another gigantic mistake. Another twist in the tail. Another absolutely heartbreaking moment. And as Stell and Staber went through turn 1, Stell made the mistake of not making the corner. And Big Turns just waltzed on through. Wow, Stell had it all. He didn't even have to make a move. He didn't have to do anything. He could have just sat behind Staber for the rest of the race, and he wins. He would have won. Staber very clearly made a mistake there to get his final warning. It wouldn't have been revoked in any means. And that was just one move too many there for Stell, who just got it all drastically wrong. And Big Turns, from having an awful Tier 1 season, might be about to just scrape through the bottom of the barrel, take advantage of every bit of mistake from everyone else around him here. Apart from the fact that now he's going for it. Now Big Turns is going to go through around the outside, and Big Turns has gone wide, and he's picked up a penalty! He's picked up a penalty! There's no way! There's no way! Oh, you can see that coming from a mile away. You could see that coming from a mile away. And all of a sudden, Stell has been, well, Stell's fluked his mistake. He got away with one. We're on lap 53, and Stell has got the biggest breakthrough he could possibly have got. Again, the need to go past the person does not exist. Why are you trying to overtake? You have a win in your grasp. It is lap 53. You have DRS, and you have slipstream. There was no reason to make a move. There was no way that anyone was going by. And that applies to both Stell and to Big Turns. But they both tried to overtake the Alfa Romeo. And they both have paid the price for it. And now Stell and Big Turns are going at each other. And Stell's gone round! Stell's gone round! And it's selected Big Turns and Big Benny as well in the process. And Stell hasn't even won. Staver's won! Staver has won this race! How has Staver won this race? There's 100 ways I imagine that finishing, and that is not one of them. Oh my god, the final corner! For some reason, again, Stell tried to overtake a driver with a penalty. And I do not understand why. I do not understand. Staver was gone. He had 3 seconds. You had no reason to overtake him in the first place. Stell tried it. Paid the price. Big Turn waltzes on through, having just seen what Stell just tried to do, and then replicated it. And again, just why? And then, one last time through the final chicane, Stell, having been given the biggest reprieve he could possibly have been handed, goes for another overtake on multiple drivers. In the final corner of the race. And no, he didn't win it fairly. He didn't force anyone into another mistake. The people around him just didn't have common sense. Apparently, common sense is just not that common. I am bewildered at what I've just witnessed in the last 3 laps. I know it's ROC, right? And it's meant to be a bit of fun and all the champions and everything like that. But why? It's still a race. Surely you want to win the race. Why would you make a move like that? Why would you make a move like that with 3 laps to go? And then even more so, why would you make another move like that after being had such a reprieve for the earlier mistake? What the Oh my god. The final 3 laps of that race is just a calamity of errors. Oh my god. I do not know where to start on explaining what we've just witnessed. Wow. Wow. That is not. It wasn't out of nowhere. Benny, it wasn't out of nowhere. Trust me on that one. That was not out of nowhere. There is no amount of words that can describe what I've just witnessed. I guess those who do not learn from history are doomed to repeat it. And I didn't think that quote would come true in about 2 laps. Wow. Wow. Oh, I guess congratulations to Staber through all of that absolute chaos. And I'm gonna end it with that. Congrats, Staber. And I'm gonna go and gather the ability to speak again in a bit.